Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another installment of the Daily Antidote of Song. We are so glad that you have decided to join us here today. And we have got a great show for you today. So, I see the signs. I am seeing that it is day 944. Thank you, Carolyn of Leafy Boise. And before we get started today on our 944th day, on this beautiful Saturday. It is Saturday, right? Yeah, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. It's a Saturday, early November. Mm. Leaves are falling. The weather is changing. But before we get started, let's say a big hello to everybody joining us out there on Facebook Live. Hi, Facebook. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And of course, hello to everybody joining us right here in the Zoom room. A big hello and thank you to Lilo Gonzalez, our singer for the day. We can't wait to talk to you and hear from you in a minute. Hello to Sheila in Florida. Hi to Dan in Vienna, Virginia. Hello to Carolyn in leafy Boise, Idaho. Hi to Arlene in Berkeley, California. Hi to Busy Graham of Carpe Diem Arts, one of our most wonderful leaders. Hello to Kevin in DC and your beautiful flute. Hi to Anne in cloudy Nashville. Hi to Susan G. Bonnie in Boise, Idaho. Hi to Caroline in DC. Annette, hello. Hello to Bronwyn in Victoria, BC. Hoda also in BC. Hi to Cricket, to Becky, to Kathy with a beautiful sweet pup in her lap. My goodness. Hello, Angel. Oh my. Oh my. Hello to Sarah in Texas. Hi to Trish and Victoria. Bob in Albany, New York. Hello to Steve and Michelle. Hi to Susan in Seattle. Luda in Chile, Victoria. And hello to Mark, even though he's not there. Hello to Claire in Boise. Hi to Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hi to Delhi. Ruth in Birmingham in the UK. Hi to Jim Harkless, one of our wonderful singers and performers and also audience members. Hi to John in BC. Let's see who else we've got. Hi to Amanda and Miles in Michigan, Jane in Texas, the Curly Tops. I see one Curly Top. Hello to Bob outside on the bike, on the move, and all of our friends joining us off camera. We've got Nancy N. We've got Jenny in Suffolk, UK, Carol J in Connecticut, Ralph in Victoria, LMG, KNZ, and Jane in Maryland. And I think that is everybody. But if I didn't get you on the way in, I'll get you on the way out. Now, without any further ado, please put your hands together. Well, actually, put your hands apart and give them a big old shake for our wonderful artist who you've seen before. We all know and love, Lilo Gonzalez. Hi, how you doing?
Hola. Oh, muy bien, muy bien. I was telling, this that today is going to be a Spanish class.
Mm-hmm. So
But
we're in for an
first,
extra special treat.
but first, Erin, I want to use just two lines. It's so beautiful that sign, right?
Yes.
Daffodil leaf, drift by the window, the autumn leaf of red and gold. All right, what a beautiful song, and what a, I don't know, but here in Washington, in Tacoma, the leaves are so beautiful, the colors. I wish one day I would write a song about that, the colors and the leaves turning flower to me, to me, looking
Yes,
all.
and the beautiful the
And I,
fact that it rivals spring in its colors, whereas spring is the color of life beginning and fall is the color of life ending.
my
It's
God,
beautiful.
that's why, when I go out of Tacoma, when I go to my country and I spend 2 weeks, man, I start missing, this place. So somebody was asking me, where are you going to live? It's hard because,
It's hard.
I love this place too, but I love also the country where I was born. So,
What country were
no,
you born in?
I was born in El Salvador,
El
in El
Salvador.
Salvador. So, and I've been very lucky. Like a month ago, I went to New York, north of New
That's where
York.
I am.
Really?
Yep, I'm in New
Oh,
York.
I forgot the name of the college where I went, but coming down, I can see because it's the weather is a little colder over there, right?
Yes, it
So the
is.
changes I can start seeing and coming. But and this week I went to North Carolina and
Mm-hmm.
driving also see all these beautiful, flowers. I have been busy this past month, and well, with
Yeah.
Hispanic Heritage Month,
Yes.
and believe it or not, it was one of the busy ones because now everybody's opening, after the pandemic. So it's so nice to be here. So I went to North Carolina. I want to ask you. PBS show La Man Pleasant like a month ago,
Yeah.
and still you can stream it, and it's about the riot that happened in 1991 in Washington D.C.
Yes.
When a young officer shot this Salvadorian Ryan Pleasant, and so this young lady called Ellis Walton, she was 9 years old, and now she's a filmmaker, and she put together this film.
That's
So if you
wonderful.
have the opportunity, check it out. I'm
Yeah.
singing, and you'll see me when I was 30 years, younger,
My gosh.
because they
I
got they
can't
got some
imagine
footage from
that.
the news. So I'm singing there. So today,
The
are
link
you
for
ready?
that is in the chat. You should absolutely check it out.
Thank you very much for doing that. All right, so ready? It's a beautiful song, right? You know the song, but
You definitely know the song, but the words might be a little different than what you're used to.
so the first line is Esta tierra es tuya. That's it. Esta tierra es mía. Desde California hasta Nueva York. Desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. Look, what's a beautiful, right? Tuya y mía también. Oh, let's try again. Esta tierra es tuya, esta tierra es mía, desde California hasta Nueva York, desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to New Year's Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Blue water. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking, I saw a sign there. On the sign it said, no trespassing. But on the other side, it didn't say nothing. This sign was made for you and me. Español. Esta tierra es tuya, esta tierra es mía. Desde California hasta Nueva York, desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to New Year's Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Blue water. This land was made for you and me. Nobody living can ever stop me. And I was walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can make me stop. This land was made for you and me. Esta tierra es tuya, esta tierra es mía. Desde California hasta Nueva York, desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to New Year's Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Blue water. This you and me. En español, one more time. Esta tierra es tuya, esta tierra es mía, desde California hasta Nueva York, desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. What a beautiful song. What a
Woo!
beautiful song.
Give it up. Oh my gosh. And it is one of my favorite things to get to sing songs that a lot of us grew up singing and learned when we were so young and learn them in different languages.
That's, I think we need to, I need to find out more languages, French and Portuguese and,
Yeah.
you know, that's
Something about it cements it in us because we already know the music so well and we already feel the meaning. And then we add new words on top of it. And it's like, yes, I know exactly what I'm saying. And it feels right in my mouth. And it's such
exactly,
a nice way
exactly.
to do it.
And that's what Pete Seeger recommend, to change the word, to put new word, to do something, to make it because belong to the people, that is
Yeah.
a song that belong to all of us.
Yes.
So muchas gracias, thank you very much. I really miss you, but sometimes I just watch through the Facebook,
Uh huh.
program. I remember watching a few, and I enjoying and singing and learning because always learn something new, with all the presenter that
Yes.
that you have. So thank you very much
Yeah,
for
we've
having me here.
missed you too. We're so glad that you're back. But you have been keeping busy. So tell us a little bit more about that documentary. You mentioned it briefly at the beginning, but this documentary, the link for which is going to be in the chat so that everybody can go and check it out,
Exactly.
is
On,
amazing.
on Wednesday, on Thursday, I was in North Carolina. I forgot the name
Uh-huh.
of this college, but yesterday they showed it in Berkeley, in
No
California.
kidding. Oh
Yes,
my
and,
gosh.
and I
Wow.
think the city paper it got an award, as a best documentary, from the city paper, and has been in a few in the different festivals, in San Diego, um, where else, and in different universities, in college. I was in Philadelphia, in I forgot to say the word, but it's in Philadelphia, close, and Dartmouth College too,
Uh-huh.
and so I've been around, and
Yeah.
well, also in high school,
Oh,
and
high schools must be
this is
really
very
fun.
interesting because, like locally, I've been at Marette,
Mm-hmm.
Bell Multicultural, um, Rootville, high school, and something. What I've been through this documentary, especially these young people, high schoolers saying, "Oh, wow, my mom didn't tell me about that." Especially kids that they were, the
Yeah.
mothers or father were Salvadorian,
Uh-huh.
talking about this, and I say, "Oh, she showed me this scar," because it basically talk about since the 1980s, when we started living because the violence, the repression in our country,
Yeah.
and coming to one place, and and so this is a, when they come and they ask, "Oh, wow, I would like to know more about, my own story and what happened here in the night."
Yeah.
Also, newcomer, new people who are living in Mount Pleasant, because we had showing at the park right where
Yeah.
this shooting happened, on Mount Pleasant, and they're, "Oh, wow, I've been living since 2000." They said, and I didn't know about
Didn't know that
about
this
this
happened here.
about the uh,
Yeah.
what happened, and they and also it's interesting. I don't want to say everything because I want you to watch it. But it's beautiful. How the 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 editor and the filmmaker, they did and they put together, this event with the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love it
Tying it all together.
the way how they, because in a way, is important to build a better world,
Yeah.
and so the struggle has been for so long. So I love it how the way that they did it.
And it's
So
all connected.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Because it's the same struggle for justice, for peace, for to build a better world. That's the bottom line. So I won't say anything. Check it out, and you'll see me 30 years younger. There. That was 1991, and I was lucky because at that time I was working at the Latin American Youth Center. Because I came to this country with no paper, so I crossed the border by El Paso, and for like 7 or 8 years, I wasn't able to work. I mean to do a job that I wanted to do.
Sure.
I was an elementary school teacher in my country, but here, at the time, I was working as a dishwasher at the Sibley Memorial Hospital. But that gave me, I learned a lot. Working in a restaurant, washing dishes, being a waitress, helping the guy who worked in the bar, to put the glasses and the lime and all this what they use, to make some drink, So
Yeah.
I learned a lot, So I was working at the Latin American Youth Center when this happened, and that's why I was there, and I knew all the people who were there, And in one of the, you see one of the footage that they got, I'm really right in front of, because at the time some people they were saying that I was part of the people who was inside it. No, I was trying, to stop, and to help, the community. That was my community. That's why el barrio, But and people are asking me, were you afraid? And I said, well, yes, I was afraid, because anything can happen, when people get violent, but I was lucky. I knew there's a lot of these kids who are doing that. Sorry, Coco. Sorry, Coco,
Coco,
Lilo, buddy. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Coco has a lot to say about this.
Yes, oh,
He
I'm
wants to
sorry.
share too.
It's been so quiet, So I was working, so they knew me. I respect them. They respect me. So, and I was very lucky. But so I won't say anything else. So please go and watch this documentary. I think it's
Yeah,
very important.
absolutely. Everybody check it out. It is incredibly important and it sounds wonderful. So you've been keeping yourself very busy.
Thank you
And
very
we're
much.
so glad that
Thank you.
you have time to come back now because we have missed you.
Thank you very much. And I miss you too. And I see so many familiar faces. Hi, BC. Oh, see, BC, she's keeping me busy. I've been singing a
Yes.
lot. I went to the Eastern Shore. I went to a senior center. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I wanna go back. I wanna go back. Cause I love. What I do for a living. I play music to children. 3 months to 5. But we all have a child in our heart.
Yes. Our
We
inner
all have,
child.
and that was beautiful playing at the I forget the name, but there was in Easton, Maryland, in this senior center. It was so beautiful. They danced, they danced at the end, and had to play La Bamba, So that was so beautiful. So
We
that's
all
what I
have
do.
such fond memories of the songs that we learned as children. They stay in us forever.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So thank you very much. I don't know if you want to practice again. Esta
Yeah.
tierra es tuya,
I
esta
think
tierra es
let's
mía.
have the same song all the
Just
way
the
through.
chord. All
No,
right.
let's do it all we've got time. Why not?
Thank you very much. So let's again, let's do just a chord. Esta tierra es tuya, esta tierra es mía, desde California hasta Nueva York, desde los bosques hasta los mares. Esta tierra es tuya y mía también. One more time. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to New Year's Island, from the Regu forest to the Lost Blue water. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. Thank you very much and have a beautiful Saturday. Enjoy.
Muchísimas gracias.
De nada, Erin. Thank you and thank you everybody for having me.
It's wonderful. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
We'll
Muchas
see him
gracias.
again soon. All right, everybody. I think that it is about time to say goodbye. So first of all, wave a big goodbye to everyone joining us out there on Facebook Live. Make sure, everyone out there, make sure to check out La Mamblesa and check out everything else that Lilo has going on. You won't be disappointed. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.